The Ramadan crescent, you might say, I don't see it, it's not there.
Yes.
For example, I've never seen a coconut from India for various reasons.
If we express it in technical terms, those who deny do not consider the objective reality. They judge based on their own selves and intellects. Therefore, one can say, in my view, in my perspective, in my belief, it does not exist. But they cannot say or prove that it does not exist in reality.
Simply saying it doesn't make it scientific knowledge.
Pseudo,
Exactly.
it becomes subjective, personal.
Mine.
So, from the perspective of reality, something either exists or it doesn't.
For example, the one who shows a sample of that coconut by demonstrating that it truly exists in reality has scientific knowledge.
Known.
Others are just personal opinion.
Personal.
Fake.
He can say, I couldn't see it. For example, if I told you that a scientist came to this city, if those who saw him confirm it, if different people come and say, we saw him, and someone else says, no, I didn't see him, or he didn't come. If he denies that he came, saying, such a scientist came to our city, and if he says, no, he didn't come, those who saw him support each other. He may not have seen him himself. By showing the whole city at the same time, they can prove their claim. So from the perspective of truth, something either exists or it doesn't. On matters that concern the universe as a whole, that are vast in scope, and even encompass eternity and infinity, claiming that God does not exist can never be proven, is not based on evidence, and is neither scientific nor scholarly. Generally, it is a denial based on the supposed infallibility of the mind, the inability to comprehend intellectually, and stubbornness. In other words, because he cannot fit these vast matters into his mind, which has become narrow and blinded in spirituality, he denies them. Or because he does not want to change the lifestyle he has chosen for himself, he remains indifferent and denies. And there is one very important point on this subject that I would like to express. Those who seek everything in matter have their minds in their eyes, but the eye is blind in matters of spirituality. It cannot see. That is, in the words of Bediüzzaman Hazretleri.
So this point is very important. Supposedly, those who deny are portrayed as scientific and scholarly, while those who believe are depicted as if they believe blindly.
Yes.
So, are we being shown an illusion here?
Absolutely. Completely so. Unfortunately, they use everything that is evidence of God's existence as if it were evidence of his non-existence, twisting it to fit their own beliefs.
So, is everything evidence of God's existence? Maybe we should talk about this.
Yes, in fact, everything from the smallest particle to the stars is evidence of God's existence. The Quran makes the entire universe and all its kinds into evidence. However, since this is such a broad topic, it has been addressed especially by the Quran itself and its commentary, the Risale-i-Nur. We refer it to that. As time goes on, we will read them when appropriate. But first, let me ask you this. Could the cause of all beings, in other words, everything, be nothingness or non-existence?
Of course not.
Let's think about it. What does nothingness mean? What does non-existence mean? We will already discuss all the evidence for God's existence. But fundamentally, could the basis of all be nothingness?